I'm Jess Harlen, and just releasing Park Yard Slang, the latest album, and here we are at Notes in Sydney. We were throwing a few words around in the studio and just coming up with things that, I don't know, sounded good, that we had attachment to and had meaning. And Park Yard kind of came up out of, I pictured trains and empty parking lots and all sorts of things in the height of the night, and just places where I catch trains and trams and ride my bike everywhere. So it really conjured up images of that and the aloneness of that. And then slang is just that informal language, which this is anyway. Plutonic produced it, and he produced the first album as well. So we had a pretty good system in place, and then it kind of got a bit difficult to finish the record because we were both busy, because I was off with Blue King Brown and he was doing other things as well. So it was quite a trying time, but there's also other people on it, like RuCL. He does a kind of Jamaican rap verse on Plantation, and just some local musos.
Can you tell me what your favourite track was off the album and why?
I actually really like Reach Home at the moment. I think it changes my favourite, but I really like Reach Home because, I don't know, it's part of my past, and it's also something I see for the future for kids like me that grew up. And so I don't know, I feel it every time I play it.
From your first album to your second album, the first album was very soul based, and the second album has a lot of different influences in that. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's hard, with the second record. You don't want to let anyone down, especially if they're in love with the first record. They have expectations. Whereas when you release your first record, you're like, well, that's it, and what, But the second record, it's like, it's a follow-up. So I was pretty nervous about exploring other things, but, with music, as your own tastes develop and other artists come out and you listen to things and change up your style, we do the same. So I got into some dance hall and really wanted to feel that backbeat. So on Plantation, you feel that. And then I really wanted to keep that kind of folk stuff like ukulele, Daydreamer, and Silence, just straight up acoustic. And basically, they're just all things that I just really, liked at the time. Yeah, we got a rave review from Rollingstone, which was awesome. They gave us 3 out of 4 stars, which is pretty good. When I first saw it, I was like, that better not be out of 5. Then I sussed out all the others, and some of the reviews, they were like 1-star reviews and half-star reviews, and then I realised the weight of it. That was before I'd even started reading it. And then when I read it, there were some amazing things, like, I think they said polished, what is it, like polished hip-hop tinged with soul, or the other way around, but it was such a, a credible line. So that just felt so good to finally get something like that. And they also said an artist to watch, so I've been milking the shit out of that line.
When did you first realise that singing was where you wanted to be?
When I was fruit picking in North Queensland when I was about 18. I ended up playing more gigs in pubs than packing tomatoes, so I was like, I think this is the one.
Okay. Can you tell me who your musical inspirations are?
Lauryn Hill, Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, John Lee Hooker, Tracy Chapman, my mum, Uncle Darcy. Yep.
Tell us about your mum and Uncle Darcy.
I grew up to mum singing Roberta Flack and, Killing Me Softly in the car on the way to school. That was before Fugees released their rendition of it. And she was, singing lullabies since I was a baby. My earliest memory, I think, is of mum, so that's right lodged in there. So I think mum is a big musical influence. And also Uncle Darcy, he was like, everyone in your family can play the guitar. Uncle Darcy was like the best guitarist out of everyone, and I used to smash him for some ideas and chords and just copy him. I can't keep up with him though, he's too good.
Have you tried to keep up with him?
Yeah, I've never been able to catch up with him. He's miles off in the distance.
Do you ask him to teach you?
Yeah, but sometimes, but now I just go, oh, how do you solo over that? And he'll just go, modes, and then he'll go. They're more lenient when you're 12, I think, but when you're 27, it's all, you know, it's every man for themselves, I think.
So, do you want to tell us what's next in line for Jess Harlen?
Boston. I'm going to Boston with Camilla Charlesworth, our bass player. She's studying at Berkeley. She got a scholarship because she's freaking amazing. I got into Berkeley, but I didn't get a scholarship, so I can't study there until I find some funding. But I'm going anyway because I want to try and get my songs out and just play some shows there. And you know, I've worked pretty hard on both the records here in Australia, and I think I get them to the level that I can get them to here. But it needs that next level of recognition for kind of bigger audiences to realise that it's available. And I can't do that with the budget, so I'm just going to head overseas and try and play to some new crowds. And you know what usually happens is you get a little bit of success overseas, and then you come home and everyone's like, oh, well, she's Australian, so we've been here all along. Yeah, yeah.
Like she was ours
Yeah,
first.
yeah. So I'm banking on something like that. Well, I don't know, fingers crossed.
So you studied music here in Australia?
Nah, I just studied Uncle Darcy. I never studied music. That's why I want to go to Berkeley now. I want to pick up my game, sharpen my skills.
It's nice to meet you.
That was awesome. Thanks for having out too.